last time was session 35. Smile already void. Um, Still in dead of winter, February, in game. Short synopsis from last week that I just wrote. Um, the red shirts awaken and start to make plans. Down the elevator comes a platoon of bark rangers that immediately attack the party. During the fight, Lute sends a message to Trincy Tree Stamp. Soon after, Trincy and Gregonio, free for further, rappel down to help, shooting crossbow bolts and throwing grenades. Gregonio takes a bad hit, and Trincy also takes some fire. And that's where we're at. I forgot to start the music.
Not gonna lie, them coming to save us and getting their asses immediately kicked really reminds me of like in Baldur's Gate when you forget to level up the NPCs and they get in a cutscene with you and you're like, oh no!
Yep.
Isn't one of them dangling up there with like some crossbow bolts stuck in him?
Both of them are, well, yeah, but Gregonio is not looking very good. Hey, Risprit, it is, unless I did an advance to turn order. Let's see, who went last?
Because I see Flying Flame.
Yeah, so it is Kaduka's turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna do something, I'm sure.
Hey, Kaduka, you take, wait, don't you get 6 hit points back? I think you have...
Yeah.
Heal on you.
I should still, yeah.
Cool.
Sorry, I'm just checking some stuff. Let's see. I am gonna... Is that one next to Bree? Is that hit?
I think it's prone.
It is prone and it has been hit, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot at it.
Excellent.
Ooh. Hey.
Oh no.
Good time to hero point.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's a little better.
35. Okay.
Then 36 if Bree hit.
36, that is true.
And then, I don't know about Thresh. Or not Thresh, Trunks. Is that stack? Is that a situational?
Mine's a status bonus.
So they stack.
So +2. I don't know if that's a crit.
I am trying to pull up stuff. Give me a second. I forgot.
It's really funny to look over and see your camera and see you getting like flashbanged as you're opening new windows and stuff. It's just really noticeable with the backdrop that you've got going on.
Yeah, Liz, can you turn on the lights?
Cool.
I think you look like you're in a forest more without the lights on.
Well, now it looks like he's standing in a clearing in front of a dark forest and there's just one spot of sunlight shining on him.
He is the chosen one. He has the light shining on him.
Shit is annoying.
You may ask yourself, how could I get sunburned when I'm always in the forest?
Okay. AC. Oh yeah, that is a crit.
Yay!
It's
42?
42 damage on a crit, reduced to 35 because of its piercing and bludgeoning resistances. But yeah, that is enough though to wipe it out.
Nice.
as you blow a hole through its through what is its head.
Sweet.
So that yeah.
Gonna covered reload. Actually, I probably don't have cover. I don't know what the dimensions of this elevator are. Can I see this one directly?
Yeah. He's
Okay.
hanging, he's like 15 feet off the ground. Or no. Yeah, he's 15 feet off the ground.
And technically, the elevator's ascended up above.
Okay. It's the elevator's above him, or is it?
The elevator isn't down. There's no platform right there. It went up, and then our allies are ziplined down right now.
Okay. I just want to do that. I'm going to just regular reload because I don't know if I can be hidden from this guy. And then
Okay.
I will use my second shot on him. Ooh.
Hey! Crit. Excellent. So that's another 28 damage.
Nice. And target must succeed a fortitude save. That's my class DC.
Oh, or be stunned 1. Hell yeah. It failed big time.
Nice.
So it is stunned 1. Next up is it. He was stunned 1, so he loses one of his actions.
I think you just deleted the one to the left of Risprit.
Oh. Was it still alive?
The
Oh,
left
it
of
is still
Risprit?
alive.
Yeah.
Oops. Thanks, that would have been confusing in the near future.
Oh, you're good.
This one's going to, let's see.
We could see
Bree.
rolls, by the way.
Okay. Bree, this one hanging from the tree aims down at you, and you see a bolt fly in your direction. And a moment later, you feel a bolt strike you. The first one being just an illusion. You're gonna take 15 piercing damage.
Okay.
All right. This one next to Risprit is going to stand up as one of its actions. And then it is going to try to, strike Risprit twice. And it is flanking, and it rolled 2 2s.
Oh no.
So is that is for sure 2 misses. Trincy yells out, "Oh no! Gregonio!" And then she attempts to kind of repel swing over to Gregonio, who is clutching the arrow sticking out of his abdomen. And he says, "Oh, no, I'm in a lot of trouble."
Good not him.
I, I, I don't think I'm gonna make it. She swings over there and attempts to help him where he's at. The other one, flanking Risperit's going to do something similar, and both these two are just like trying to, just beat the hell out of Risperit.
Oh.
God damn. The last one rolled 2 2s. This one rolled a 3 and a 4.
Maybe it's just they can't quite figure out where the solid parts of Rispert are under like the steam armor.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, they both started their turn next to you, so don't they take damage?
It's at the start of my turn. I can do an AoE.
Oh, start of your turn. Okay.
Yes. So nobody
Okay.
get near me.
It is Loot's turn.
Loot is going to cast Hydrate on the one in front of her. And
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. I love it. Yeah, man, these guys are... I rolled a 4. What the hell is going on? Alright, that is for sure a fail. It's gonna take 9 total damage. And it is, let's see, range there. Okay. And then what else happens to it? All creatures take 1d6 persistent fire damage with... Oh. And it's persistent damage. Okay, and he gets to roll again at the end of each of his turns. Alright, you got one more action.
I'm gonna move here.
Sounds good. Bree.
All right, will I be able to make it? Because I know he's kind of high up in the tree to this other guy here.
To the one that's up in the tree?
Yeah.
I mean, he's 15 feet up the tree. You are...
I think I'm like 5 feet up the tree. I think I'm somewhat up the tree.
Yeah, you're like standing on a root. If you run over to like here, you'll be able to at least shoot him. But you won't be able to reach him with your hammer.
Okay. I will go here then and shoot him with my cantrip, my force bolt or whatever.
Sounds good.
Phase bolt.
Okay, 19 is going to miss. A 20 would miss too.
What about a 22? I don't know if I have to, but I did last time.
What's that?
No. How about I hero point?
Okay. That will definitely hit.
Oh.
Yeah, your Rosaru little port on your Rosaru opens up, and there's like it starts to shake, like, and you let off like an oversized bolt this time that smashes dead center into this thing and actually causes it to fly into a bunch of pieces.
Sweet.
Perfect timing for this music.
And it's Thresh's turn.
Yeah. Wait, where was that again? Can I go there? Where does the base of the tree start? Because I'm assuming it's
Yeah, it's
more
about there.
movement.
You could get
Okay.
there if you wanted to. All the ones up that way are dead now.
Yeah, I was thinking about healing our friends.
Oh,
but,
gotcha.
Also, I don't know how I'm gonna get up the tree though.
Okay. Yelling stuff out to people is free.
Yeah, I'm gonna yell at them to come down so I can heal them
All right.
if they can.
All right. We're on our way. I'll get him down.
Yeah, go there. And I could probably hit one of the enemies from here, I think, with my
Okay.
short bow. I have what's the distance on it again?
It's definitely within range.
Okay.
I feel like it's like 60 feet or something.
35. Yeah. Okay. So I'll attack that guy.
And
The
you,
1-2.
you probably have some stuff over there you could hide in if you wanted to.
Okay. So move, and then stealth.
All right. That is good
Um,
enough.
Fire.
Oh no.
Oh.
Never too early to hero point.
That's true.
Kind of low stakes though. These guys are gonna die.
Up to you.
Yeah, I'll wait on the hero point then.
Okay. Trunks.
Are you muted?
You meet.
Yep, I was muted. Thank you. I'm
Alright.
attacking the one on fire.
Okay. With the flip a tail. That is a hit, yeah. 10 bludgeoning damage.
And I do have mortal weakness active. No.
Excellent. So that's
Yeah.
5 extra.
Whatever the fire weakness is. It just
Oh,
triggers
is
the
it?
weakness.
Right. Okay. So it's 10 minus 7 for bludgeoning, but plus 4 for fire. So 7?
Look at me.
Hey, which is exactly how many hit points he's got.
Hey, nice.
You delete him.
Perfect. And then I will attack the other one.
That's crazy. The tail has reach.
This is a special dislocated tail.
Yeah. Like when you use reach, does it like segment out like?
Yeah, that's why it's a snake tail.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Talking this.
Like that whip sword from the
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
Soul
exactly
Calibur.
like that.
yeah, Soul Calibur, yeah.
Is Ivy? Ivy's whip sword? I can't remember if her
Man,
name
it's
was
been
Ivy
so
or something
long.
else. But yeah,
That's worse
that
in the
one.
game.
12 does miss.
Can I aid if first bit attempts to attack this? Can I aid from here with my reach? This
Sure.
might be a distraction.
You're in reach.
Or that takes
Okay.
my reaction. Actually, I change my mind. I'm going to just attempt to. I'm gonna raise my shield.
Okay.
The aid is that I don't have to look at two enemies on either side of me now, so I can just focus on one.
Yeah, they're like
Well-
a.
Well, Risprit, it is your turn.
All right. Is this one looking pretty beat up?
It is. It's taken some damage, but it's. Actually, yeah, it is kind of beat up.
So, let me see. I want to remember how this worked really quick. Start of each of my turn. So I'm gonna do the steam burst, which is
Okay.
2d6 fire damage in the kinetic aura. So basically adjacent to me.
Gotcha.
Let's see. I just read that and I had to read it again. Boom.
Is it? Did they get a save or anything?
Fire damage. Here, let me. It's the second to last thing.
They get a basic reflex save. Yep. So
Yeah.
which they failed, so they take the whole damage. 6 damage.
Do I have to?
6 fire damage.
Nope. Nope, because you're outside of the kinetic aura.
Yeah, it's only like tiles adjacent to me, so I was like, everybody
Oh, I
just
thought the
nobody
aura
get
was
closer.
10 feet for some reason.
Yeah. I mean, we can look that up.
I'll
But
take
for
it.
now, okay.
Is it? Oh yeah, I only was doing that with the understanding that was like adjacent to me. I didn't think it was any farther out. Wait, do I have pacifying infusion?
That was right too.
Can I use pacifying infusion?
Let's see. It is okay. So if you used an action, then your next impulse, which that is the Steam Knight, you could exclude.
Because it's a free
creatures.
action to do the steam with impulse, well, with that, so it would be
Take
technically still an
Right.
impulse.
Wait, you already have safe elements? Pretty sure you can just designate allies as
Wait,
not
Oh
included
yeah.
in it.
I don't know what safe elements is.
do I have that? Wait, I gotta look through that. Yeah. Oh wait, I do.
Okay, then it shouldn't matter. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm throwing things in for no reason.
Cool. Yeah. So if you spend an action, then yeah, you'll not hurt Trunks.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. That's yeah. So that's 10 damage.
You still have room on the wall hanger?
It's still
Right.
up, and you got 2 more actions.
And then, Rispit's gonna strike a pose, focusing like all of his kinetic aura into a point in front of him, and blazing wave.
What do you think?
Hell yeah.
I know.
Let's see, that should be the, yeah, it is D8s. Okay,
All right.
just straight into this thing.
It got a 27 on its reflex save, which is a success. So it's
Can
going
I
to take
hero point
half.
his thing?
You can, yeah. I
I'm
allow
gonna
it.
do that.
All right. He got a 21. What is your DC?
My class DC is 22.
Okay. Yeah, he takes 25. Actually, 29 fire damage.
Hell yeah.
And that destroys it as you blast it with a cone of fire. It falls into a heap on the ground that just continues to burn.
It'd be like after doing that, there's no aura around Respirate because it basically extinguishes it. But also their eyes are a little bit dimmer for a second.
Nice. Okay, we are out of combat, kind of. So Gregonio and Trincy, lowers Gregonio down to the ground. Before that happens, let's see, we've got Kaduka, Loot, and Bree in. Or no, just Kaduka. And is there anything you were gonna do, Kaduka?
But nope. Besides shoot the last guy, but if he's
Gotcha.
dead,
They lower themselves down. Gregonio is looking pretty bad. I rolled an 18 on a recovery check for him though. Is there anything, Loot or Bree, before Thresh's turn? Is there anything you guys are gonna do?
your mouse isn't working.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm close enough to do anything.
Lou is gonna yell. She's gonna say, "What the fuck is going on?" And she like whips her head at these people that came down the elevator.
Trincy looks up, and she's like, I don't know. This is, I, we got to figure it out. But first, we got to make sure Gregonio gets help. Thresh, you're right there as she finally gets down to you.
Yay! I'm gonna heal.
All right.
Do assurance 20.
Excellent. Yeah, you start going to work. You put pressure where you need to. You remove what you need to. You start doing your medical thing. And yeah, you as you all are like staring, kind of watching Thresh work. Everybody wants to give me a perception check.
Perception. Perceive. Oh. Rispert is a little drained at the moment.
Yeah, you were pumping out a
Steam in
lot of
your eyes.
fire. What was that?
Is that steam in your eyes?
We've never forcibly extinguished our own aura before.
So Loot, Trunks, and Kaduka, as this is going on and you're just winding down from the battle, you all catch something as it falls out of the tree. You see a little brown object that seems to have been dropped and is falling toward the where the platform would land. It's got a little tail on it. You catch the glint of a little yellow gem
Oh!
falling out of the tree, and you have split seconds to do something. One of the three of you.
I'm going to use my full movement to get over there.
All right, you run toward the platform. Loot, Bree, are you doing anything as Kaduka's booking it toward the platform?
Can I use?
I thought I was too low.
Me? Maybe?
I think Trunks.
Oh, sorry, it was Trunks. My bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think 17's high enough.
I will also
I'm
run
fallible,
towards it.
guys. I'm fallible.
No, what?
No, I'm just kidding. I mess Liz mostly, not you.
Fallible, and why are you in them?
Infallible.
No. Yeah, Trunks. Sorry. What were you gonna do something?
I'll follow Kaduka, and I'm also gonna essentially assist in this.
Okay. Yeah, you start running for the platform. Loot, you were gonna say something. If you could use something.
Yeah, can I use press
Prestidigitation.
I had to sound it out
Everybody goes through at one point.
Everybody does.
to try and like catch him or so his fall or something.
Prestidigitation. Go ahead and link that. See if it has any kind of. Let's see. You can slowly lift an unattended object. That's like as fast as he's falling, as fast as that's just not quite enough oomph to really. I mean, it would slow it down maybe a tiny bit.
DM.
Yeah.
I'm going to, from my my belt, grab the potion of leaping I got earlier.
Okay.
And drink that and try to catch him in the air.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah, you take off, uncork that, you down it, and you jump and you try to catch it. Give me a reflex save.
Mm.
Kaduka sails through the air, boing, catches him, hits the side of the tree, slides down, rolls. Kaduka, you do so. You don't take any damage. It kind of hurts a little bit, but you don't actually take any damage from it. And you look down, and it is a fake rat.
no.
Oh.
And it is it's got twine wrapped around it that has secured a a note to it.
The hell kind of place is this?
Mm. Hey.
Oh.
One sec. I'm sorry, I'm reading something. I'm trying to. 10 minutes. How far up of a climb without the lift is it?
200 feet.
200 feet. And if I can move, what, 30 each movement? I think is
Yeah,
my
so
speed.
90 feet around.
90 feet around. I wonder how far gone they'd be if I. What is it? Less than like 12 seconds? Is it the same as these? It's like around.
Yeah, it's 6 seconds around. Yep.
I might use gecko grip and beeline it to the top to see if I can glean any
Does it
information.
say you take are you at half speed on your way up? Does it say anything like that?
I don't think so. I think I just get
Okay.
climbing speed equal to its speed.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah. If you want to do that, you can do that.
I'm going to throw down the Saeed and say it's a fake, so they don't think I just dropped Saeed again.
Just like
Yeah, and just beeline it up the tree to see if I can see who might have dropped this or who's nearby.
Oh shit, a fake. Sorry.
Yeah, you start running up the tree. Oh, what's it look like when you engage your gecko grip powers?
I assume I just kind of go all, like when I'm in a dead sprint. I think it would look weird if I was like bipedal, so I'm like on all fours, like running like a rat, like
Nice.
You're
scurrying up
running
the
up the
tree.
stairs
Yeah,
all fours.
going as fast as possible on all fours.
Yeah, Kaduka starts tearing his way up the tree. Yeah, it only takes you a couple rounds to get up there, Kaduka. You kind of pull yourself up the last bit, and you look out. Give me a perception check. Let's see if you see anything.
Ooh. I don't think I will. Right.
With a 16, you look out, and you don't see anything that you might be looking for. You see there are some onlookers that are looking down. Trincy and Gregonio just went over with their repelling gear. So people are like, a couple nearby gnomes have stopped to like check the situation out.
I'm gonna go ask like the nearest onlooker
Oh, I saw. The guardsmen, they went down. Something going on.
Did you see anything else after that? Anything strange?
Um, let me roll for it. I did see something rather peculiar. A rat appeared out of thin air and started to fall. Of course, I didn't see where it went.
I might not know anything about this, but is there, would I know from memory if that was like a quality of somebody being invisible and then dropping something? That it would just like appear out of thin air?
Make an Arcana check. It's pretty good. Let me check something. Yeah, you would know based on wherever you picked this information up, you read it, heard somebody talk about it. But yeah, like somebody's holding, if somebody's invisible and they're holding an object and then they're no longer holding the object, it's just gonna reappear. So that is definitely a possibility.
Okay. Man, with that perception, that wasn't great. I'm just gonna kind of walk away um, from the platform and just like head in the direction that I maybe think that somebody might have ran to.
Yeah. Do you head more northwest or east from where you're at?
Ooh, that's a good question. Do I know what is in each direction? Like, landmark wise?
Yeah. 1 second. Where is? Oh, I forgot where I drew the map, and it's right on the homepage. So you're right there, essentially.
Okay. Oh, either of these could be good. I guess I'll battery storage. Where would they have come from? I guess I'm gonna head northwest.
Okay.
And not like I'm not running or anything. I'm more of keeping my eyes peeled.
Gotcha.
Just walking and just like looking, like scanning back and forth.
While Kaduka is doing that, those of you on the forest floor, what are you doing?
The moment he threw Fake Saeed down on the ground, I wanted to pick up Fake Saeed and read that note.
Okay. You read the note, and it is in a beautiful kind of sparkly blue font, essentially. Like it appears like if somebody wrote this, they have like immaculate handwriting, or it was generated in some way. But there's this like sparkly blue font that says "Stop looking into the Varkons."
I'm gonna look into the Varkons harder.
I'm gonna.
Yeah. Probably discuss this with everybody. So it looks like whoever took Saeed also doesn't want us to continue looking at the Varkon. but I don't know how those things are connected.
It doesn't seem like an advisable choice for us to stop looking into that.
Yeah, this has no guarantee to Saeed's safety. However, they do have beautiful handwriting.
What kind of ink is that?
Blue?
Oh, Trunks, give me a perception check.
Is he sniffing it? Does he smell something?
Does he
I'm always
Snort.
sniffing around.
Snorting the random note.
Trunks, you get the slightest scent of a sweet, smoky smell.
That's the same sweet, smoky smell of the vanishing bomb, right? Okay.
That's true.
The same sweet, smoky smell some say
Smells
stings.
smoky.
The smell, that kind of smelly smell that smells.
Yeah, I mean, I'll share that. Just to reconnect some more dots of this person we haven't seen. It looks like the person who we've been chasing is indeed the person who took Saeed. However, don't know if there's much we can do about that, other than ask Blavidavicus where he sources his stuff, or if he's taught anyone else how to make his special honey smoked bombs.
Wonder if his bombs come in any other flavors. Think he has like cool ranch bombs?
Maybe. I'll ask him
Maybe
next
something
time
with
we're out there.
zest.
Yeah, sorry, keep going.
Go ahead.
Oh, I didn't. I was gonna say I'm not sure if should we ask for the elevator to come back down so we can go up, or it looks like Kaduka kind of went up over there. I don't know where he went.
Oh, Trincy whistles, like she like pulls out a whistle and like whistles, and you hear as the platform starts to lower.
We'll definitely want to meet up with Kaduka again, but kind of started to get the feeling that being close to the city is probably going to be more dangerous for us than down in the borough.
Well, then that's all the more reason to go get Kaduka.
Yeah.
I'm afraid for his safety.
Because if somebody was able to send this many after us, how many more could they have?
Well, who's to say these were just after us? How do we know they weren't just a bad batch? And we just happen to be down here.
Well, let's hope there's no more bad batches to worry about.
Oh, I do want to bring up something that happened in the fight last time. I just remembered, so I don't know if anybody else forgot. But when you blew apart one of these on one of the inner chest plate had like a glowing sprocket symbol
yeah,
on it.
that was this guy over here.
Yeah.
Oh, the sprocket was a symbol?
Yeah, it wasn't like an actual
Oh,
sprocket.
I thought it was like
just-
a gear.
Like
it was just a symbol of a sprocket, yeah.
It was like a sprocket-shaped rune or something on it.
Right. And in the rune, like as you look at it closer, the sprocket itself isn't just like drawn. It's like the very edges and detailing of the sprocket are smaller runes that are woven together. So the entire thing looks like it's like a sprocket made of matrix code or whatever.
Interesting.
Can we show it to Trincy?
If you want.
Is she in a condition to come look at it?
She seems to have relaxed a lot. Gorgonio has some painkillers in his system, so he's like, I'm feeling real good, nice right now.
I'm so happy you're alive.
Thank you. He looks over to you, Thresh.
He's got the
You're
thing where
welcome.
his like eyes are slightly drifting in different directions.
How are you? Are you actually feeling well?
Yeah, I think I'll pull through. You're pretty nice for a not gnome.
He dropped his act. It's a traitor. Get him.
Tris says, what do you have there?
Seems to
Oops.
be a rune made of smaller runes.
Yeah. Was
Is
that
this
on?
normal?
I've never seen that rune before. Was that on just the one?
I think
Well,
it's the
let's
only
check
one that
them.
we tore open.
Yeah, Bree goes to the closest one and starts tearing it open.
Yeah, you start tearing them apart, and you start finding the same rune on somewhere on the innards of all of these.
So it looks like it's on all of them, Trincy.
They're
Oh,
bugged.
I'm no expert in making these automatons, but I maybe hang on to that chest plate piece and see if you can find somebody that I'm going to take one too, and we can see if we can find somebody that'll know more.
I think that sounds like a plan.
Yeah, we got to find somebody who can analyze magic runes.
Now, did we meet someone here that like was specialized in rune magic compared to like other types of magic? Because I thought
Not
like a bunch
that
of them
I.
were all into illusions and stuff, and there was somebody that was into runes. I might be confusing it with like a different campaign or something.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Can I examine this?
Yeah, if you want to. Want to roll an Arcana?
I'm gonna hero point that.
Okay.
God damn it.
Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, you're looking at it and it's all Greek to you.
Recall knowledges wouldn't be an effect here for this kind of thing, would it? It'd be more specific than that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, just on double check. Well, I mean, Steph tends to know a lot of people, and does things. Maybe he could help point us in the right direction.
I mean, you can do a recall knowledge on Arcana. It's just not a creature based one.
So my diverse lore does the -2 for pretty much anything.
Oh, yeah, so you could use
So
that. That's fine.
I just wasn't sure if the recall knowledge was in effect.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, still kind of eluding everybody.
Yeah, we both.
Can Rupert try to
Sure, anybody that
into
wants
it?
to.
I mean, they do have like detect or whatever, like tactile magic feedback. Maybe that can actually help.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
otherwise I'm still just gonna pass, like do a check.
Sure. Yeah, any relevant. Yeah. Yeah, just not. You're like trying to tap into this magic, and you're just like it's kind of lost. Not kind of sure what it's telling you. Let's bounce back to Kaduka. Kaduka, you're walking that direction. It's morning. There's people everywhere. People are like smiling and waving at you. Somebody walks up and is like, "Hey, great job on the trial. Like, that was so fun. I had a great time."
I just push past him.
Oh, wow, he must be a busy guy. She pushed past. A small swarm of gnome children. It starts moving past, skipping past, and among them is Lily Flowersnoft, the youthful rat folk. She stops when she sees you, and she's like, "Hey guys, hold on a second." And she runs up to you, Kaduka, and she says, "Morning, sir."
Morning. You haven't seen anything weird around here, have you?
I mean, other than gnomes, no. Why? Something weird? You're looking for something weird?
I think Saeed's captor was around here close.
Oh, oh wow, no, I haven't seen anything. Have you seen loot?
She's at the base of the tree.
Oh, okay. Um, um, do you know what kind of flowers she likes?
Recall knowledge check?
Sure, like loot at any point. Would you have it? Like, would you guys have ever like discussed like what your favorite flowers were?
I definitely would have said it out loud at some point in the amount that Luke talks about things she likes.
All right. Yeah. Make a. Ooh, I don't know what that would be. You know. Just roll
Straight
a
int.
int check, and then we'll add. I think you're proficient
Society?
in. Yeah. Well, I was gonna say society, but like I think it's just like proficient in knowing your party. Like I would think
Yeah.
you would.
But Kaduka doesn't seem like a good listener sometimes.
Oh, I'm the
Either
best
way,
listener.
Actually,
not a good-
Kaduka is
not a good-
probably an amazing listener.
Not a
He
good
just
speaker.
never. Yeah, he just doesn't say what he
The
hears.
opposite.
He's that person in the corner that hears everything but says nothing.
so I'm gonna call that a 29. You absolutely remember what Lute said her favorite flowers were.
She really likes armpit berries. And the flowers that go with them.
So you're just gonna lie to?
Whoa, is it a lie? I mean,
I don't know. Is that a lie, Lute?
uh, no, that's the truth.
So Lily says, "Oh, I don't think we have those. Does she have a second favorite flower?"
yeah. Tulips?
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna have to do a second roll.
That would be funny. Just nat one on the second favorite flower. She never said. Oh, tulips. Yeah.
What's
Okay.
a good wildflower?
Thanks. That helps. All right. Bye.
Thanks. And then I'm going to stop my search if I haven't noticed anything strange, and then I'll turn around. And to get over the crowds of people, I think I still have the potion going, so I'm just going to keep leaping.
Yeah, a lot of people are like, ooh, what a novel way to get around.
Yeah,
Like,
by the
some
time we come back up, everybody's doing it. Everybody's
just a bunch of people just blink, 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 like hopping around, like gnomes just like, colliding midair, like with other gnomes.
Boy, they are really bored.
Yeah, the platform comes up. Everybody is reunited at the entrance of Chloronon.
Sorry, loot. I couldn't find anything.
Loot has just been hysterically sobbing ever since the fake aid.
Don't
Your
worry.
Titan speaks up to you, Loot, and says, "Hey, don't worry. We're gonna get him back. I promise. I have a good feeling about this. We're gonna get him back."
Hang in
She
there,
would
Luke.
just ignore him.
No.
What was that, Risprit?
Whereas was just kind of like backing up, tight, just being like, "Yeah, don't worry, we'll find him. Don't worry, we got it. We'll take care of this."
Zeph runs into you guys. Says, "Oh, hey, you guys are back. Anything like anything happened down there?"
We got
Yes.
attacked by Bark Rangers.
Got attacked by Bark Rangers?
Yeah, we think that there's someone tampering with some of them. And I show him the rune.
Oh, yeah. Let me look at that.
I think it's a Lushan nesting rune.
Did you say it? He says, at first glance, not quite sure. Maybe if I take it back to my shop, I'll be able to examine it better with the tools I've got there.
Now we've got like 6 of these, right?
Yeah, you've got yeah.
Okay, I let him have one.
Oh, yeah, great. Oh, by the way, I was able to fabricate like a dummy key, like for the battery storage facilities, in case you need to get in there. Maybe wait until night. But here, he hands you like a little it's like a perfectly square leaf, that is treated with it's basically like plastic.
Okay. Internally, I'm thinking it was nighttime when we got busted the first time, but okay.
Well, it's hard to break into something when it's open. So, I mean,
That is true. All right, who else do we think might know about these? Should we show?
well, if I'm being honest, nobody. But I am curious what Blavidavicus has to say about his honey sweet bombs, honey smoke bombs.
Okay, should we go talk to him?
I would love to.
Yeah, let's
All
pay
right.
him a visit.
Blavidavicus, yeah, he's I mean, I don't know where he'll be right now. I guess you could just go by there, where the Arcane Council lives, and see if he's home.
Do they all live together? The Arcane, the council?
Yeah, they like keep it like more secure, and it's real fancy.
Oh.
It's kind of like a small community.
More than the council live in there?
Well, I mean, like it's like their, it's like the Arcane Council and like friends and family and stuff.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, do y'all want to come this, or do you guys want to go look into something else at the same time? Oh, Zeph, do you know of anything to be able to see or break invisibility?
Oh, I can go back to my shop and see if I've got anything.
That would be wonderful.
Yeah, and if I don't, I'll try to rustle something up.
Perfect.
By the way, everyone, for some for last session and some for the Bark Ranger fight, everyone give yourselves 150 experience.
What?
150.
So up to
Is that 240?
240, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. You guys head over to the Arcane Council area. And there's like kind of a big wider bridge that kind of like dips down as it goes into this area, and you see a bunch of like really nice looking houses that are built into the side of the trees that kind of go around the tree, and like a lot of these have like kind of winding little staircases that kind of wind up to like a porch area. It's almost their own little platforms unto themselves. And you see like all kinds of like there's like all these like this constant right now there's constantly falling like leaves. But as you interact with one, you realize it's just illusory. There's all these like little and you kind of enter this area, and there's like these like really pronounced like god rays like coming in through the like the leaves. Everything looks like really clean and really pristine. And yeah. A little like gray haired he's got like curls like curly, like kind of curly white wig, kind of gray hair, walks up and just like a really muted tones, flesh tones. Unlike a lot of these like troll doll looking gnomes all over the place, he looks very prim and proper. He walks up and he says, "Oh yes, excuse me. Can I help you with anything?"
Are you related to Zeph?
No, actually, I just work here. I'm employed for the Arcane Council.
Oh. There's something about your hair. Anyways. Hi. We are here to speak with Blavidavicus.
Oh, excellent. What time is your appointment?
We didn't make an
I
appointment.
don't
We were just
know.
going to talk to him. Go get him. And I try to intimidate him.
Okay, give me. All right. Oh, dear. Sorry to have upset you. But I'm afraid you're going to need an appointment. In fact, he's not even here right now.
Well, where is he?
Well, he has gone to his uh, facilities to check on his endeavors. He's obviously lying. He's making it up as he goes.
Can I just like push him to the side and start looking around?
Oh dear. Come back. As you
First,
just,
gonna like
Yeah,
walk.
stand
Bree, I
next to
think
him
you can
and
get
put a
arrested
hand
for
on his
that.
shoulder and force him to sit down. Just like, you stay here.
I'm gonna start opening doors.
I'm gonna
He's
take a
just-
minute to talk to him and be like, "I'm so sorry. Don't worry. Everything is going to be okay."
I'm just like, as I'm
Essentially,
opening doors, I'm shouting, "Fabadavicus!"
That's not his house. You like open a door and some lady is like walking through and she goes, "Ah,
Sorry, wrong door.
oh, okay. Have a nice day."
You too.
The help looks really scary nowadays.
Can I see if I hear anything? Like, if I can hear.
Yeah, make a perception check. It's good. You really you like open up your ears and you concentrate and you start listening. And yeah, you hear like birds chirping. You also hear like a waterfall.
I walk toward the waterfall because we did hear water, or Lute said she heard water when she got a hold of.
Yeah, you start walking toward where you're hearing this waterfall, and there's like a big, beautiful house, um, quite a few rooms, and behind it is just the backdrop of like a large waterfall, like in the background, and it's kind of noisy.
Can I start looking in windows?
Yeah, you start looking in the windows, and as you walk up to look in the windows, the front door opens, and Blavadavicus steps out.
Just the man I was looking for.
Oh yeah, and how can I help you? Good job on the trial, by the way. I have to admit, you won me over. I, um, my initial verdict was a bit harsh. I do apologize for that.
Wasn't your initial verdict the same as your final verdict?
Was it?
no, I think his was the
Or
reasonable
did
one.
his change? Okay. Why did we originally come here? Bree got
Well,
so like involved in finding him that she forgot why we were finding him.
By
French
the way,
kiss right up behind you.
he appears to be just wearing a fluffy purple robe.
Weren't we trying to figure out,
Sick.
like, get information on if anybody else has access to his sweet smelly bombs or smoke bombs?
Yeah, if
Right,
it's made it
yes,
like
yes.
anything else. I believe someone else is using our techniques. I'm yelling as I'm running up to catch you.
Oh, well, I wouldn't be surprised. My inventions are optimal.
Hmm.
I wish I could say my smoke bombs are proprietary technology, but no, that is one that I am merely adopted.
Are we able to see him from like where we are keeping the secretary like in check?
Well, you could have followed with him if you wanted to. You could, if you
Yeah.
if you stayed exactly where you were, you could see him,
Mhm.
but like he's a few hundred feet away, so like you wouldn't be hearing the conversation or anything.
As long as the guy didn't like try to get back up after like Rispert sat him down kind of forcibly, like he'd walk away with the rest of the group.
Okay.
Does
Yeah,
it-
so you close in on Blavadavicus's
Yeah.
estate.
Hmm.
Says, he says to Bree, "Is that really all you wanted to know about smoke bombs? Pretty rote technology."
But do they all smell like yours?
Well, I try to play it up a bit, but I don't. I didn't aim for any particular smell. You know, it's just the make of the smoke bombs.
Hmm.
Well,
Find it interesting that your secretary said you were taking care of business and looking over factories and such, but you seem to be dressed only in a bathrobe, it seems.
Oh, well, the explanation is easy. He lied to you. I didn't want any visitors. I told him to tell people that I wasn't here.
Well, now
Hmm.
that we are here, why don't you invite us in for some tea?
Um, you come to my house unannounced and you grill me about smoke bombs, of all things, and you want me to invite you in for tea.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Hmm.
What did...
Who?
Didn't Loot say she felt something?
Uh,
When the... She reached for the invisible person?
yeah, what was it? Was it, it was like a, it was cloth, right? Like it was like a, like robe or,
A robe?
you know, something material. Yeah, it was some kind of flowy cloth material.
Yeah, it was a nondescript flowing.
He's for sure is a spellcaster, yeah.
Yeah. Do I faintly detect anybody else in the estate within 60 feet?
Um, let's see. Um,
Like this would be going pretty much at all times right now. So if like for some reason there was like a flare up, it's like magic radar.
yeah, no, not in his estate. And within 60 feet, no, you probably don't really detect anything unless
Hmm.
somebody else happens to be walking by.
Okay.
I go up to Loot and ask her if this is like the sound she heard
Oh.
when she did the shared sense thing.
Um, yeah, like this, I mean, it's like, yeah, it definitely could have been the same running water sound. Um, who is actually like up the stairs onto his like porch,
I would have
essentially?
gone after Bree, like pretty quick.
yeah. Once I saw he came out,
To be
kidney
honest,
Jenny.
I'm probably not, because I was looking in like the side windows, I think, or like so I'm probably not like right in front of his door. I'm probably a little bit more to the side,
Okay.
like the
I'm in
side
front of the
windows
door.
of the door.
So, like, I'm saying the people that are like face to face with him is what, Trunks?
So is
Yeah, because who's been having a conversation with him?
And I'm sorry, what'd you say, Luke?
Loot would be standing right there too.
Gotcha. Both of you can smell like a smoky, sweet smell coming off of him.
Is it the exact same,
Yeah,
or is
it's
it
the same.
slightly different?
Why are you looking at me like that?
If we're this close, does he seem like when we got here, like a little out of breath or I don't know, sweaty?
Um, give me a perception check.
Hmm. Let's see.
It's pretty good. Um,
Like he's trying to compose himself, but in reality, he just frantically like Was
No,
running through
not
the
really.
thing.
It's
Okay.
He's not like out of breath. He's definitely like might be a little bit nervous, but there's a bunch of like very armed, like mercenary types like surrounding his house and up on his porch and up in his personal business.
Hmm.
Real quick, I pull out the note and I show it to him. Did you make this?
Paper? There's paper all over the place.
You know the question he's asking.
Oh, you're asking like, did you actually like unfold it and show it?
Yeah, I unfolded
Oh.
it. Yeah, and showed him the text.
Oh, I see. I stop looking into the Varkons. What is that?
The Varkons are
I said
being
smart enough to
stolen
see
and
who's lying.
replaced by fake ones or dead ones.
Yeah. Yeah. You can use a. Do you want me to roll like a secret check for that?
If you want to, I mean, I can roll it too. I don't care, but
Okay.
I'm not sure how
Well, I'm just
how
gonna
it's
say
looking. So
he doesn't react to you showing
Yeah.
him this or telling him any of this information about the Varkons. He says, "Look, if there's a problem with the Varkons, get maintenance on it. Or look, I'll get maintenance on it."
Is he like right in the doorway, or?
Yeah.
So he's like blocking. I wanna.
Uh-huh.
I wanna sneak. I wanna sneak.
Okay.
he wasn't surprised, but also like, so he was just unfazed by anything. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like nothing seems to phase him. Like he's just been like,
Interesting.
there's been no indication that he's been surprised at anything you've shown or said.
About how long has it been since I climbed the tree and we moved into this?
It's hasn't been that long.
Okay, so I still have
but
Gecko
it's.
grip.
Oh, how long does that last? A minute?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. You know what?
We pretty much beelined it up here.
If you, I'll say you have like a small amount of time where
Okay.
it's still functioning.
I'm gonna find another opening into his house.
Gotcha. So like you walk under, like kind of like disappear out of sight from under his porch, and you can make a jump from the platform over to the tree that his house is like platformed on. It's like platform, some stairs that go up to his porch, but you can be under the stairs and like leap over to the tree and go around the back if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
All right.
And then use whatever is left of Gecko grip.
Yeah. Now you can make this jump, no problem. But can you do it quietly? Is the question. So please give me a stealth check.
Real quick. Luke is on the verge of a breakdown, seeing this smug guy just like not even caring. She grabs him by the shoulders, just hysterically crying. And
I think I'm
she's
gonna-
like rocking him back and forth with her, and she's just sobbing, and she's like, who would print this note? I don't care about the batteries. Please just
Trunks
tell
would
it."
definitely get involved and like grab her and pull her back over.
This all happens so fast. You go, what is this note? And you go to grab him and you go through him.
Oh!
She cries even harder. She's
And as you do that, like there's like this very holographic thing where as you disturb like the boundaries of where he is, where his illusion is, you see, you catch the rays of illusory kind of pathing from and trace it back up to one of those like rotating can lights that are all over the city that produce all the illusions, like everywhere.
Oh.
Wait, and this illusion smells like smoke?
So how, like, do you like get up like on top of him, or you
Well, now that I know it's
typically-
illusion, and now I'm trying to figure out where I'm smelling stuff from.
So it doesn't seem to be coming like directly from this. It's really weird because now you realize this isn't a solid object, but it is projecting like an illusory scent as well.
Interesting.
It's even able to trick my like magic feedback, so it makes me think it's a spellcaster.
I'm gonna loudly say, "Oh yes, we'll come in," and I'll walk through the illusion and close the door with loot.
So you go to walk in and you go to like walk through the threshold of the door, and you smack like right into the door. The door's not open. Like you, like you, like smash your nose into the door that is still closed.
Oof.
And he says, "Breaking and entering? I thought you all had your fill of breaking the law."
What do you mean breaking? The door was open.
We're just trying to find Saeed.
He like waves his hand and the door now appears to be closed. Door was never open. Magic.
Oh my
Ooh,
God.
not.
I'm so confused.
Budget David Blaine, motherfucker.
Is the house even here? Or is it
I knock on the
over
house.
there?
I
You
look
knock on
where
the
he
house,
points.
it's like you look over there. Everyone looks that way, and he's like, "Magic." You knock on the house. The house is there. 27 stealth, Kaduka. That is pretty good.
There's also been a lot of noise and things happening in the foreground. I think
That's
that might
true.
might help
So
as a distraction.
if somebody wants to actually roll, make a distraction.
Go ahead, Luke.
Which
Performance
Not
check.
Loon
intentionally.
is like freaking out over here, right? That is pretty distracting.
what is that?
To make a diversion? Your
Diversion.
diversion is a deception. I imagine you can also do a performance.
Yeah. Okay.
Is it a performance though if it's real?
What skill do you think it would be if it was real? Oh, create a diversion. Oh my god. All right.
You had to type the full like name of it for it to show
I
up.
put make a diversion, distraction, like all this different stuff, and I finally just put deception and went to the deception page, and it's the first thing on there. Anyway, yeah, Loot, give me a I don't know if you want to give me a diplomacy. I'll let you do it as a diplomacy.
The wailing sounds of
Yeah.
heartbreak.
The
Right.
diplomatic screams.
All right. So you you're making a bunch of racket. Kaduka, you don't think you as you jump over, you don't think you made a lot of noise, and you're able to shimmy around to the other side of the tree, and then up, and then kind of underneath the deck in the back and then over the handrails, and there is like a sliding some kind of sliding wooden door in the back.
Okay. I will open it slowly.
It appears to be locked.
Oh.
There's some windows back there too.
That are also locked.
They are also locked.
Probably. Let's see.
Last I heard, you could break a window with a gun.
Quiet?
I didn't say that.
Oh, okay. God, when do I get to learn thermite? I
You
don't
just have to
know.
discover thermite.
What I have. Do we remember all the kits we bought while we were in Ratgano?
You
I mean, all the
ran
kits that's being held by our resident happy donkey.
Well,
Spud.
some were on the donkey, some were
Spud.
on me.
Did we even buy locking stuff?
I guess my question is, does Kaduka have any on him?
Well, I don't have any in my inventory. At least on
Let me open
Roll20.
Spud's inventory. Let's see.
I've been.
All right, my inventory has a repair toolkit, a woodworking toolkit, a blacksmith toolkit.
Let me check.
Spud has rations and crystals.
Clyde.
Gear. Alchemists. Firearm cleaning. No, I don't think we have thieves' tools. At least I don't. Well, I'm not sure how to get in.
Can I attempt him to coerce him into helping us?
Sure. Yeah, you can try that.
Look, Blabberdagus, you seem to be the best magician here. However, we do need some help in order to figure out who has been making some issues, who has our friend, and who's dealing with his Barcon thing. We were going to go down below and solve, your city's problem down there. But somebody up here sent some Bark Rangers after us in an attempt to kill us. So we can't go down there and solve that problem until you start helping us out up here.
And what is it you'd have me do?
Well, it seems like you know some stuff, but aren't willing to share yet.
Does it?
Yes, it does.
Yes.
Is this what you do? Go town to town, rob the aristocracy of the town? Is that what's going on?
Is that
What is this?
What's an aristocracy?
Look, I've got a small platoon of Bark Rangers myself that I've been kind of holding off. Didn't want to be rude at first, but
Well, we just killed 6 of them, so
you send yours down below, or are they just always up here?
they're my personal guard.
Huh. Well, you just keep them
Interesting.
out here in your estate?
Yeah, they hang out in the corner.
Interesting.
I mean, no one tends to attack the Arcane Council, so they're usually just like paperweights. But they they do what they need to.
And you have any way of identifying them in case something were to happen?
I mean, they all look the same, don't they?
You'd think, right? I mean, you would think that.
You know, it was actually my genius that helped develop those.
That helped. So you didn't develop them, but you helped on it.
It was my company.
Everything he says is making me more and more suspicious.
So you're not concerned about what's going on in your town or what's hanging out down below?
Yeah, of course I am. But like, is this the right way to go about it?
Hmm.
I mean, if you're so concerned and on the up and up, you know, send I don't know, tell the sheriff or something.
How do we know we can trust the sheriff?
Well, Trincy is. Wait, Trincy's not the sheriff, is she?
No.
Trincy's your suit?
She's pretty high up on the pecking order.
She's the captain of the guard, is what I have. So the sheriff's higher than her.
Yeah, she's like as high as it gets when it comes to like external threats.
Hmm. Well, guys, I think this is useless. We should go find somebody who's more helpful and cares about the town. And I'm gonna leave.
All right. Don't let the illusory door hit you on the way out.
He can have the last word.
He disappears.
Hmm.
Kaduka, you are still on the back porch.
I climb down. I can't get it. I don't know.
All right. Yeah. So at this point, you gotta like sneak around the side of the house. Go ahead and make a stealth check.
Oh, my Kronk moment.
So as you're like passing by one window, you glance just like out of the corner of your eye, and Blavidavicus is coming down the stairs inside of his house and sees you like walking like by the window, and he just like waves you away.
Oh boy.
All right, you guys regroup, including Kaduka. What do you guys do?
Is
All
there...
right.
Wait, so he's on the council. He's like of the upper echelons, right?
Yeah,
Yep,
he's
one
one of
of
the
the three.
three.
We should see if there's anybody on the council that can give us, maybe somebody that trusts us that can give us information on, or like have the authority to inspect his bark rangers.
Well, I didn't really like the other two. One of them wants us dead. The other one's wishy-washy.
Hmm.
Because one of them is Old Man Sprocket. And I'm not sure he has all his pieces together. Another one's Dippity.
Yeah, he's a few gears short of a clock, isn't he?
Yeah.
Hmm.
We never really did figure out what's killing the bark rangers down below.
I
Except
don't
for
think we
us.
can now. If we go down there and more come after us while we're trying to investigate, then it's just... we might get shot in the back. Can't afford that.
So I guess maybe we should stay up here and try to figure out what's going on with the Varkons. We have this key to get into the battery facilities tonight.
Hmm. Wait, where did we get the
Yeah.
key from?
Zeph.
Yeah.
Ah, sorry.
I don't think anyone's going to take this note seriously.
Hmm.
However, Blavid Advocates didn't seem concerned about anything. But he might be more wary of us now that we picked a little bit of a fight.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But you guys did hear the waterfall that's right next to his house. And Loot, you said there
Is
was
it
a
a
waterfall.
waterfall or water fountain?
Well, water sound, whatever.
Yeah.
But it was a big, like, illusory waterfall that is kind of like constantly pouring down behind his house.
Hmm. And
Yeah,
is
that's not what
his
we're
house
going
the one there? Like, is there any other buildings nearby?
It feels like a gated neighborhood.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay.
Maybe we should go check on Zeph. See what he has to say.
Yeah.
We should let the guard know that they should be double checking anything they send down below, any of the Bark Rangers, so that they don't have any allies get shot at. And then we should wait for this evening.
Hmm.
Hey,
It'd also be good to have on record what happened.
What's up?
How do you, is there another way to get formulas besides leveling? Can I like buy them somewhere?
Yeah, you can buy formulas.
You can also just like discover them yourself if you roll high enough, right? Isn't that how it, like you can spend time and
Yeah, you can. Right, you can spend like a matter of a couple days, I think, like experimenting and spending money to try to come
Right.
up with new formulas.
Yeah, you still have to basically buy it because you're spending money on the like components that you're wasting trying stuff out.
Gotcha. Okay.
Hmm.
What's the plan now?
So what's the plan?
Next stop. Where are you guys going?
I think we should go to the precinct or the sheriff's, and because we've asked them to find Saeed, so maybe we see if there's any updates on that.
And we should have them investigate any Bark Rangers that they're using.
That's a good.
All right. So sorry, you go back to Trincy.
We were gonna go to the sheriff's office.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. So you go to the sheriff's office. You find it at the precinct. Um, and Trincy is there talking to the sheriff, whose name is Barnaby Tittlethorpe.
Barnaby Tittlethorpe.
Barnaby Tittle.
Yeah. All right.
And he says, yes, very concerning. Miss Tree Stamp. She says, I want to know why a platoon of Bark Rangers went down the elevator and didn't stop when I asked them to, didn't respond to anything I said, and just continued to go down and then attacked civilians. Says, yes, that is very confusing, very concerning. Oh, are these them? They're the Yosoki that got attacked by the Bark Rangers as you guys walk in.
Oh yes, that was us.
I'm sorry to hear that. Very concerning. Did you guys you gave one to Trency, right? One of the...
Yeah, we did.
Says, I will get my forensic investigators on this immediately. He pulls out like a little corn cob pipe and like puts it in his mouth and lights it. Yeah, it's very concerning.
Any updates on Saeed?
Trency says, I've got nothing yet. I mean, it's only been, we were pretty much closed, for business by the time you guys left the city yesterday. Haven't really got a chance to get on it.
Oh, Lord. We gotta do everything ourselves, guys.
Imagine our deals are not their priority.
I mean, we're low on Bark Rangers as it is, and something just happened to cause 9 of them to go berserk and attack you guys. Like, the hits just don't stop coming.
You know what kind of people would have access to the Bark Rangers to put that kind of thing in? Or is it just because are they all made from PrestoFab?
Oh, PrestoFab does own the patent at this point, yeah. So, I mean, if you want, I can get you access to their facilities.
When you say at this point, were they not the ones that made the Bark Rangers originally?
No, it was Blavidavicus's company that originally made the Bark Rangers. They ended up selling the rights to PrestoFab.
Ah. Would we be able to see one of the Bark Rangers like on the assembly line with its like panel open in the chest?
Yeah.
We're not trying to steal any secrets or anything. It's just we saw something in the ones we destroyed that tried to kill us that might, I don't know.
I mean, they'll most likely pitch a fit, but we can go over there and we can check them out. I'll take you myself.
Was there any particular reason why Blavidavicus sold his company?
Oh, he... the word was he wanted to focus on his Arcane Council duties more, and his routines. Like, he really got into his acts, his shows that he does. He's I mean, he as a member of the Arcane Council, he has a lot of pull around here. So and he did secure some rights to using Prestafab Arena when it's not being used. That and he's constantly working on some kind of new performance.
So you're saying
don't
he
get-
doesn't get seen outside a lot? Because he's always working on his performances?
Yeah, he's kind of reclusive. He really keeps. He likes it so that when he shows up, people are like, "Oh, there he is," rather than being, Dippity, is around town a lot. He likes to be a little bit more. I think he thinks it's like a treat, for people to see him when they do.
Them bugging us. Why
What's that?
would someone capable of casting spells use sleight of hand and visual trickery instead of simply casting spells for that sort of thing?
Oh, well, I mean, I think it adds to it, right? It adds like an additional level when you can, you've got your illusion spells, but on top of that, a lot of gnomes, they, are very, illusion is pretty prevalent, but a lot of gnomes stop right there. They learn their illusions, and he kind of took it a step farther, which is why I think a lot of people find him to be so entertaining in his he's not only an accomplished illusionist, but an accomplished practitioner of sleight of hand.
Fair enough.
And I mean, he's pretty entertaining, and he some of the things he pulls off, it's like it's that element of sleight of hand that really makes it so everybody's like constantly trying to figure out how he did that.
Right. There's just something about him that doesn't quite add up. Anyway, about them Bark Rangers.
Sure. Yeah, let's go. The sheriff says, "Yes, you have my full support in this, of course." Here, he writes out like a warrant. He says, "Yeah, Trency, why don't you do the honors? You take them over there and show them what they want to know." All right, guys, let's
All right.
I guess let's head over.
All right.
She takes you, starts taking you toward Prestafab. And on the way, you guys run into Lily Flowersnuffed.
Really?
Says, "Oh, hey, how's it? Hello. Hey, Luke.
It is not the time.
Oh,
What?
no, I made you something. It's not a flower crown like last time. That was dumb. That was it's like kid stuff. But no, I made you something. Mom and Dad's been teaching me. And she hands you like a little vial of perfume.
What does it smell like? I uncork it. I take a big sniff.
Smells like petunias. Yeah, like I said, like Mom and Dad, like they did they were doing flowers, and then flowers only went so far, so they picked up doing perfumes, so they do perfumes now. So So yeah, and then they taught me, and I made this one for you.
I like
Aw.
put my hand on top of her head, and I'm just like, thank. It's really nice.
Glad you like it. I'm not as good as they are, but you know, they'd love if you make them really happy if you like came by and like had lunch or something at some point or dinner. You can bring
Yeah,
everyone.
we're kind of busy, but we'll
Okay.
see what we can do about.
Okay. Cool. All right. Sorry. I know you're busy. I'll see you around.
Okay, bye.
Bye. She walks away.
I can't wait to have dinner with you guys.
Yeah. I'll tell him to make something good.
I'm sure it'll be a good dinner, Loot.
See ya.
We can all be there.
Wait a second, why are we running around all these different places when we just need to go to this question mark here? I think I cracked the code!
So yeah, you get to the factory. Trinity Tree Stamp, shows the warrant. You guys go marching in. You go to where they're building the Bark Rangers, and it's a bit of an assembly line kind of thing where they're like ratcheting on stuff and putting stuff together and like taking there's like a barrel of these, or like a pallet of these wooden panels, and like pulling them up, and then like slathering stuff on them and sticking them on, like gluing everything together.
Is there like a final inspector?
Yeah. He's like got a clipboard, and he runs over and says, hey, you're not supposed to be in here. Trincy like holds up the warrant. She's like, we got a warrant. We're gonna look around. I don't really care if that's fine with you.
All I'm thinking
like
right now
Trincy.
is multi-pass. Lilu, multi-pass.
Can
Ratus multipass.
are you able to answer a few questions? I said the inspector.
Yeah, we're busy, but like what? What do you want?
Are you the only one who inspects the Bark Rangers before they are deployed?
Yeah, it's my job. I do the final inspections. Is there a follow-up?
Are you ultimately responsible if some get deployed that attack civilians?
Attack civilians? That's never happened before.
We need to see one without the chest panel on.
All right. Hey, Algernon, pop the chest panel off that one.
Is this a rat?
No.
Oh.
The irony.
He like pops the chest panel on, then he was just about to install, and yeah, there's like inner mechanisms and stuff. You look on the chest panel, there's no glowing sprocket rune.
I still have a bunch of the sprocket runes. I'm gonna show it to this guy.
Yeah, we took one of them off, like the panel or the piece or whatever.
I tore apart all of them.
How easy would it be to get in this panel and replace it with something like this?
I mean, once it's actually installed, it's made to be armor, but like, you kind of go under this bit thingy, and you like push up. You use like a metal tool. You can just like pop this little tab off, and then do that on all four corners, and it pops right off.
So anyone could take these off and make this little rune on it
Is
and
that-
then replace it.
Yeah, is that
Yeah.
common knowledge?
I mean, no, I wouldn't say it's like common knowledge. I mean, like they're like, it's laws against like tampering with them, just for this kind of reason, I ain't seen no shit like that before. I don't know what that is. Hey, Mortimer, come over here. He's like, yeah, boss. Hey, check out this glowy sprockadilly thingy. And he goes, oh, yeah. And he like pulls out like a little monocle, and he puts it on, and then he twists it, and it like another one kind of like it like telescopes out, and he looks at it. He's like, oh yes, okay, all right.
I want one of these.
And I see that theorem. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is a control rune. Wow, bad stuff, boss. What's that supposed to mean? Like, he's like, it's like, well, like somebody put this on there, and has essentially wrested control away from, the blanket permissions given to law of enforcement around the city.
Would the private standing Bark Ranger armies be built here too?
Yeah, they're just like they're normal. And they just gotta get leased out,
Can we see those and where they're kept?
I mean, they're like they'll, where they're kept is wherever whatever arcane council or whatever company needs them to stand. That's where they're kept.
Interesting. We only have a warrant to check here, not like any of the arcane councils, Bark Rangers, right?
Trincy says, yeah, we don't have that authority. That might be a tall order. And says, well, you think something's going on with the arcane council?
We don't know yet, but we can't rule it out.
Damn, that'd be some shit.
Because unless you know who did this, and like points at the sprocket like rune, we need to figure out who has been doing it.
You think it's, well, I don't know if this is a little presumptuous, but you don't think it's Crank Sprocket that might have done it?
Could be a
That's the old
I'll be
coup,
honest.
right?
That felt too straightforward.
I mean,
Feels like a setup.
there's only 3 of them. But I mean, like, yeah, he's like I mean, come on, everybody knows he's he's on his last legs. He's hundreds of years old. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's like real powerful, but like, yeah, I'm just talking out my ass. I don't know. It's probably not any of them.
Yes. Take it, most people don't quite like Crank, huh?
I know. I mean, people think he's fine. He's just he's gotten boring, And people are kind of like waiting for, like once he just kind of like kicks the bucket, then maybe we get some new exciting blood in there,
It's really like entertainment all you guys care about?
No,
You sure?
maybe. I don't know. Look, shit's been weird the last 20 years, all right? Things have gotten, like, people are a little
20?
stir crazy.
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Mist shows up, we're all stuck up in the trees, we're like, what else you gonna do, We're not making anything to trade, most, all the technologies we've made, we do what we can. And then at this point, all the lights and everything goes off in the building.
All right, nobody move.
Dark vision scope.
Hey, who touched my butt?
I started looking around with the scope.
I just start looking around because I have dark vision.
Was it a Bark Ranger? Can I see a Bark Ranger behind him?
There's a
I
Bark
start
Ranger
glowing.
right behind him on the table in pieces because it was getting put together.
Oh. Phew. I got nervous.
Yeah, you like light up and you say, "Wow, that's a neat trick."
Thanks.
What kind of illusion magic is that?
It isn't.
Weird. And then he says, "Well, I mean, like, hey, everybody take 10, you know." Everybody starts like trying to like file their way out, like try not to bump into each other.
Those of us with dark vision, are we able to see anybody like scuttling around a little hasty or more than the others in the factory?
Make a perception check.
Yeah. Oh. All right. Hero point.
No. Okay. No.
Oh.
Yeah, no, you don't see anything. Everybody seems to be equally annoyed, and it's like, man, this kind of stuff keeps happening.
Is there anybody within my range of light that I can smell like a location that I don't see?
No.
Okay.
It's like, hey, somebody check on the Varcon. Yeah, it's the southeast one, probably for this shop.
Have you guys ever had issues with maybe unfinished or otherwise Bark Rangers going missing from the factory, like stock walking around on its own seemingly?
Nope, nothing like that. That'd be crazy.
And he's like not hesitating at all when saying this, like it's just that under wraps or whatever.
No, I mean, like, look, we build them and then we ship them out, and then what people do with them, like, they do with them. So I would look, I don't know, I would look for somebody who's missing a bunch of Bark Rangers, maybe? I mean, they're all registered.
Well, unfortunately, we can't exactly go smack a hornet's nest and see how few of the hornets come out at us to prove our point without breaking some laws.
If you plan on doing that, tell me, where, and I'll find a vantage point.
How many of them did we destroy down there?
9.
That was 9. Is there logs anywhere here of maybe how many were shipped out to the council members?
Yeah, I mean, like, you want, like, the records of sales?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, we don't need anything secretive. It's literally just how many were shipped.
But if you have secretive stuff too, that would be cool.
Yeah, I bet you would like that. All right, yeah, let me show you. He gives you like a
warrant.
List of... he
just,
shows you
just
a list
wave
of...
it.
Or secret.
Sorry.
He shows you a list of where the most recent ones have been shipped off to, or that goes it goes back and back and back to just where all these units, or at least the current iteration of Bark Rangers, have been sold to.
How many is it? Does it mention what's his name?
Blavidaficus?
Flavidavicus. I almost call him Fabius.
Fabulous. He total has been shipped 11 Bark Rangers.
Okay. He said that they stay with him just in the corners, like guarding.
Yeah.
We didn't see any while we were there, like, right? Did Kaduka see any inside the mansion?
Kaduka, give me a perception check. retroactive perception check.
Ooh.
Kaduka, you saw two that were stationed basically right inside the front door, were in the corners, kind of out of the view of the front windows.
Okay. I would have told the group.
So that would mean he's got 9 unaccounted for? At least based on
That-
our very
yep.
brief reconnaissance.
Yep.
Wait a second, we destroyed 9 down there!
That's true.
And the Bark Rangers don't show up as like spellcasters, right? They're just like constructs.
Right, they don't.
I wonder if there's any way for someone to make Flavidavicus, I'm always going to butcher his name, sorry, show all his Bark Rangers. Like, to prove he still has them.
Wouldn't it be funny if he perceived some kind of big threat on his lawn that he would send them out to, say, deal with? Not us, obviously, but something. What would require him to send out all of his Bark Rangers to deal with?
I think
This
it's
is
hard
all
to say.
perfectly legal talk, by the way. All hypotheticals covered under the warrant.
Yeah, don't mind me. Yeah, Trincy's like, yeah, maybe we talk about this somewhere else. No, wait, stay.
This is interesting.
You got a warrant. Might as well use it.
My
Yeah,
God, you guys are
let's
so
finish
bored.
looking around. Is there anything else as we finish touring this plant that we see?
Well, it's kind of hard right now because there's no power too. But even with your dark vision, yeah, no, they're just putting Bark Rangers together. And you found out, obviously, these runes are not normal. They're not a normal part of the construction.
Right. Can I poke my head out and look around and see if this is the only building that's lost power, or if other buildings in the area are also dark?
Yeah, you poke your head out and you immediately get like a cold gust of wind. A couple of gnomes are like crouched down and they've undone like a thing and pulled out a Varcon, and they're looking at it and they're shaking it, and he's like, one's like banging on it with a wrench, and they're like kind of shivering at the time because they're like because it's cold in the area. And you look and it's like as far as you can see,
Dark.
yeah, like it appears like it's not dark outside. It was dark inside because you were inside, but it's it's still light outside. So, but what you do see is like all the like illusions and stuff that are normally floating around. It's all gone.
What would you call it if suddenly a lot of Varcons just went dark?
Catastrophe?
Well, then it's
Well, I
a
suppose there's a catastrophe.
All right. Yeah.
Hey, what is an Avarcon?
Proprietary technology.
And if you had to define that, I had a little notebook out.
I don't know. Something like keeps energy. Something that stores energy and is able to be. I mean, they're able to be recharged, and energy is able to be siphoned off.
Well, let it be known that all of us are currently present and not involved with whatever caused this outage with the Varcon, which we were accused of previously.
Believe me, I'm on your side. Hey, come with me. She takes you to the battery storage facility that's just like right next door.
I thought we weren't allowed in here.
Yeah, well, I don't know. They put me on trial, and she like like pushes her way. Like somebody comes out of the battery storage facility, and they just like grab the door and like walk in, and they're like, "Hey, you're not allowed."
Warrant!
Oh, okay. I've never seen one of those before. That's kind of cool. Can I see it?
No, it's super secret and special. Court stuff.
Oh.
Proprietary information.
God,
I
guys,
think you have more things to worry about than my warrant, and I just gesture
Yeah.
at all of the shit that's going on.
Yeah, I'm on my way. She's got like 6 of these things like strapped to her waist that she's like on her way out.
I just like Whisper leans in and everybody's just like, guys, what does a warrant mean? We haven't had to deal
Don't worry
with
about
a
it.
warrant back on Rakanai, did we?
No, I don't say.
You
I don't
may
think so.
not have.
So what does it do?
Trincy's like, it's like a I can do what I want paper. All right.
Knew
She
it.
like walks in. And she's like, I gotta say, my blood's kind of pumping. This is kind of great. She walks up and you guys see like Varcons all over the place. They're hanging all over the place. There's like some maintenance stuff, bunches of boxes, and there's then on the table there is a book.
I'm gonna go over and read the.
Okay, it is a log of like Varcons coming back and entering and leaving the facility. Basically, yeah, it's a logbook. It keeps track of like the ones that have been charged and the ones that have been checked out and taken.
Does it say anything in there? Anything about them going missing?
Yes, there is a note in there about Varcons that have, or that several times inventory has been taken and there have been 5 or 6 Varcons missing. There's some like correspondence between different people, like talking about like, well, I checked here and I checked here. Are we sure so and so, or this, this person checked out 6 Varcons. Are we sure they made it back? And then they're like, yeah, we double checked the numbers. Trunks,
Yes.
give me a perception check.
All right. I'll hero point. Why not?
Okay.
It's half 50-50.
Oh no.
Okay.
That's 2 13s on hero points in a row.
No. Lucky number 13.
Oops.
But yeah, so there's Varcons that are going missing. And then of course they're finding Varcons that Trincy's kind of going over this, just like yeah, there's been Varcons going missing. Like, is there something like, do you guys know anything about this?
Oh, we were put on trial after chasing someone that seemed to have been taking them.
Right. Like, why are they malfunctioning all of a sudden?
A little hard for us to figure that out when we're not allowed to know what they even are.
If I wanted to hide something obvious, for example, if I had a rat tail that was really a snake tail, I would just wrap it in a lot of bandages so the front just looked like it was normal, but underneath it wasn't. Not that I have a snake
What?
tail.
Okay. And how, say if somebody wanted to make a Varcon look like it wasn't functioning properly, what would they theoretically do?
In theory, they would probably make it look full when it was empty.
Huh. That's an interesting theory. I don't think that's what they're doing. And then
What do you think they're
she
doing?
starts grabbing Varcons and she starts like putting them on like charging, like there's like charging blocks that they put them on. They like, lock them in, and like there's like a beeping sound. She's like, nope, that one's full, and she like looks to you guys, and it's like, there's a bunch of charging stations. If anyone else wants to check,
What are we checking for?
I'll help.
she's like, I want to see if any of these are duds. She starts locking them in, checking. Does anybody else like help, like start
okay.
going through all the Varcons?
Yeah, everybody pick a station, I guess. Yeah. The Grisper will go to the station and just kind of start carefully moving these things. Like, Grisper's kind of gun shy of these after seeing one explode.
Yeah. Bree, are you helping with this?
Yeah.
Bree, you lock one in. You're taking them off the shelves that they're the fully charged ones, and you lock one in. And instead of beeping at you, it starts. You hear a little bit of a, and like, it seems to. There's like a little like orange like flashing like illusion that's going on that charging station.
Huh.
Oh, what? That one didn't beep. Bree, is it charging?
I don't think so.
She goes over and she's like, I mean, it sounds like it's charging. It shows full though.
But it's not full. Does someone have like dispel illusion, dispel magic?
You have a hammer.
I don't know that would dispel an illusion.
Let's not explode the Varcons, all right? Maybe it's just yeah, I mean, can any of you do any kind of magic things? Can you detect an illusion?
I have to.
Yeah, I mean, what about this one right here?
Can I just cast it on the thing?
Yeah, you cast detect magic, and yeah, it pings that there is an illusion on this Varcon. She says, huh. All right, so why would somebody be doing that? Somebody's...
Wait. So were we right?
What do you do with the duds? You just throw them.
I mean, we just recharge them, but like, I mean, if they're duds, yeah, we'll like probably fix them. But like, when they're out of juice, they bring them back, and then we, whoever brings them back checks them back in. We recharge them, we put them back on the shelf. But they've been going missing, and some of these have been. The illusions placed on them to make them show like they're full when they're really empty.
Yeah. Someone is stealing power. For some reason.
Who would be... like, this has been going on, and it's getting worse. Somebody's stealing a lot of power.
Has it been going on for the same amount of time that your bark rangers have been going missing?
Um, no. The Bark Rangers have been kind of going missing for a little while. This has just kind of started up recently.
Hmm.
Well, we've got to be on the lookout for somebody who's using a bunch of power, I guess.
You need to be on the lookout for someone invisible.
Okay, somebody invisible.
Can you do that?
Yeah, we'll figure out what we can.
Yeah. That'll be difficult. I think the town has entered a bit of a precarious situation.
Right.
Especially if the illusionary magic that is protecting it is going down at unpredictable times.
Well, let's not start a panic, because people think something's wrong with the power. What would be bad, right? Like the environmental controls themselves. Like, I mean, we're not used to cold weather. Like, if we lost all the environmental controls right now, we'd be in a lot of trouble.
Well, let's just say we keep this between us to not cause the panic. Would there be some way that we could get this issue brought up a bit to a higher authority? Grant us a little bit more ability to investigate this?
Yeah. Give me a day. I'll go talk to some people. I'm gonna go talk to Giolata as well. I think. I mean, maybe she's in it, but I think she's the least possible suspect.
Considering the odd circumstances, you may want to not travel or do things alone. Do you have somebody you can trust to be with you on this?
I'll take some Bark Rangers with me, or I'll take some deputies with me.
Well, good luck.
We're the best.
Yeah. No, you guys. Great work. Appreciate it. Appreciate your persistence. All right. All right. Stop by tomorrow.
Will do.
And she takes off.
Well, it's a good thing that we're not seen as like public enemy #1 anymore.
I think they have other issues. Although, if they started to blame us for these issues, it wouldn't surprise me. Let's take a break, and we haven't like healed up and repaired from all of our fighting, so we should do that. Just in caseies.
Yeah.
Before
we get more Bark Rangers thrown at us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, you guys are pretty hungry. You probably want to look for some place to eat too. You know, there's been an invitation sent out or given for lunch. If that's what you guys want to do, going over to the Flower Snoff's house.
Absolutely.
I'm down with that.
Yeah.
How does Luke feel about that?
We're actually gonna go to that?
We have all the rest of the day, since we've got nothing else to do right now.
Titan speaks up. Hey, you know, you don't want to say no to a free lunch, right?
I
right.
love lunch.
I love lunch. Yeah, and with that, we're gonna end for the night as you all make your way over to the Flowersnoft residence. And we'll see how that goes next time.
It's gonna be interesting.
All right, guys. Yeah, give yourselves another 30 experience for all the pushing the story forward and all that.
The restraint of not lighting everything on fire.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. Hope you had fun, and I will see you next time.
Bye, Stray.
Bye, stream.